Hey, what's up guys, and yes, it's been a while. If you guys have checked out Anime Prince, you would have known that I've been out of it, so if you haven't, yes guys, I've been really sick, and I was unable to post any of the other channels. But I'm feeling much better now guys, yes, I'm back on my feet, and I think I'm ready to get back into it. So I'm gonna start the welcome back party with a new series. What if Naruto was a Uchiha with a 6-eye Sharingan? Yes guys, a 6-eye Sharingan. If you didn't already guess, I'm gonna be incorporating several things from the Jujutsu Kaisen series. Well, mainly Gojo guys. It's 6-eye abilities. Don't get me wrong, this is not a crossover between the two series. No, it's not a crossover. It's just a element of Gojo's power in the Naruto series, so yeah. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy. Even if you don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm gonna be explaining everything, so there's no need to worry guys. So yeah, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, 4 channel guys, Anime King, Anime King 2 and Making 3, and Anime Prince, which I post with fun every single day for you guys to enjoy. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead, check them out and enjoy. Without further ado, what is we jump right into this. Begin now guys. We begin this new episode at Konoha. There was a small child as he stood on a pier. As he had black hair, dark eyes, he was dressed in a dark shirt and blue pants, black sandals. The child went through 7 hand signs. Before he took in a deep breath, his chest expanded. He then exhaled as flames shot out of his mouth off the pier. The flames blazed over the water, as you could see the intense heat making the water sizzle beneath it. The child then relented as he turned, a smile on his face as he turned towards the man behind him. The man had dark hair as well, also black eyes as he was dressed in a Jonin flap jacket, along with a black shirt underneath long sleeve with the Uchiha crest on the sleeve. Black pants as he looked towards the boy. There was no emotion on his face. That man standing there was none other than Fukaku Uchiha, as he looked at his youngest son. His third youngest son, Sasuke Uchiha, who just performed the fireball jutsu. Sasuke Uchiha was 6 years old, going on to 7. All Uchihas who fought are required to perform the fire style jutsu. It was a rite of passage for the Uchiha. Once you were able to do that, you were able to wear the Uchiha crest, and Sasuke just did his rite of passage. The man then turned. "You're next," he said. Someone else was behind him as a person sat on the side of the pier. The person slowly picked themselves up as they started to walking past the man. Sasuke stepped aside as the person stood there. His attire was different from Sasuke. He was wearing a blue shirt instead, and he had on black shorts, along with sandals. His hair was long compared to Sasuke's. It went into his back. There was a band covering his right eye, only exposing his left eye. He went through hand signs, but unlike Sasuke who went through 7, he only did 6. Fukaku raised an eyebrow at that, however he said nothing. As the child's chest expanded, his black eye glistening as he proceeded to release his fireball that was larger than Sasuke's. Not by much, but it was still larger, and the rate that he took to release it was much longer. When he finally did release it, Fukaku watched the child turn towards him. This was his second eldest son. Fukaku Uchiha and Mikoto Uchiha had 3 children, their eldest being Itachi Uchiha, the second eldest being Naruto Uchiha. However, Naruto was just seconds, a minute tops older than Sasuke. The both of them were born in the same nights. They had similar features, however, while Sasuke's eyes were a bit round, Naruto's eyes were more slanted. However, other than that, they look almost exactly similar. That is why Naruto wanted his own identity. He looked too much like his younger brother, who was just younger by a minute though, but still. They look like exact copies of each other. That is why he grew his hair out and kept it in a different way. It gave him a different resemblance from his brother, his own identity. His name was Naruto Uchiha after all. As Fukaku looked down toward his two boys, "You lessened the hand signs on the fireball," he said. "You were the one that told us, father," said Naruto. "A second in battle could mean your life. So I figure, the faster I can execute the jutsu, the faster I can win the battle." Fukaku nodded his head as he turned his back. "From this day forth you are both allowed to wear the Uchiha mark with pride. Do not disappoint me," he said. With that he turned and simply walked away. Once he was out of sight, Naruto was punched in the shoulder by Sasuke. Naruto turned towards him and Sasuke gave him a glare. "What the hell was that?" he said. "Are you trying to show me up? When the hell did you learn how to do it with just 6 hand signs?" As Naruto proceeded to roll his shoulder, "The next time you want to ask me a question, just ask. There's no need to punch me," he said. "Answer the question," Sasuke said. "You know, being a little bit more polite would bring you a long way," said Naruto. As Sasuke glare just intensified, as Naruto found this really funny it seems, judging from the smile on his face. Alright, fine," he said, as Sasuke glare would not go away. Let me let you in on a bit of secret," he said. "I learned the technique 5 months ago." Sasuke's eyes widened in shock. "You what? But how?" he said. "Well, I guess I just picked it up rather easily," said Naruto. "However, I wanted to wait until you got it down so we both could do this at the same time. But I did work on it in secret though, and I was able to control the amount of hand signs necessary to use the technique. It depends on how much chakra you can gather and how strong you can use it," said Naruto. "After all, chakra is the basic behind everything." Yeah, Sasuke said. "Let's not get into a long rant about you and chakra." As Naruto sighed, "You still don't understand how amazing chakra is, right?" "Of course I know how amazing it is," Sasuke said, "but I'm not obsessed with it like you are." Sasuke had known his brother for his entire life, and the moment they found out about chakra, Naruto became literally obsessed with it. He talked about it in such details, he researched more than what Sasuke ever did in his entire lifetime about chakra. It just fascinated him so much. Sasuke didn't see the big deal, yes. Chakra was the life force of all things, not to mention it allowed him to do awesome jutsus, but yes, it was awesome, but there is no need to geek out about it. But Naruto seemed to want to explore every manner, every crook, every kink of chakra, which Sasuke just did not understand. "So come on," said Sasuke. "How did you do it? I'm gonna need to be faster with my techniques as well." "Well, in order to do that," said Naruto, "you need to understand how your chakra flows. And so we will have to— You know what? Never mind," Sasuke said. "I'll figure it out in a much simpler way." "You really believe you can do that?" said Naruto. "Of course I can," said Sasuke. "If you can do it, I can do it as well." As he walked off, as Naruto merely chuckled to himself. Not even his older brother Itachi understand the mere infinity possibilities of understanding and completely mastering one's chakra. It was like no one did. Some worked about the chakra theory, but no one really tried to fully grasp everything. And that is what he wished to grasp. But before that though, there was something that he got to find out. Time skip. There was a rather beautiful woman. Insanely gorgeous. Dark hair, dark eyes. She was wearing a black dress as she looked over at her garden with a warm smile on her face. That is when she heard footsteps as she turned to see her son. Seeing him brought a smile to her face as he walked over towards her. But then she noticed the look on his face. "What's wrong, Naruto-kun?" she said. "Oh, nothing, Mom," said Naruto. "Naruto Uchiha," she said, stopping him in his tracks. "I know when you're lying, so tell me what's wrong. I might be able to help." His mother could always figure him out. While walking back here, he had changed his mind because he didn't want to cause any problems. As Naruto-san sat down by the small bench, his mother walked over and sat beside him. She wrapped her arm around him. "Mom, I'm not a baby anymore," he said, as she pinched his cheek. "It doesn't matter how old you get. You'll always be my baby, she told him. As Naruto sighed. His mother was always like this. Naruto glanced up towards her, his one dark eye meeting hers. Does father care about us? He asked. As a shocked look came on Mikato's face. What are you talking about, honey? She said. It's just, father is different when it comes to normal things. I've seen other kids in the park, and how their parents, especially their father, reacts, with them playing and having fun, but with us, father only seemed to be caring about whenever we're excelling in ninja training. So I'm asking, does he care about us or does he care about how strong we are? Naruto asked. Mikoto sighed as she knew that this was coming, however she expected much earlier. Despite only being 6 years old, Naruto was smart for his age. He was just like his older brother Itachi. He saw things differently than everyone else's age. Kids that were his age didn't even dream of the things that he saw. They didn't even dream of how he saw the world. She pulled Naruto down as she rests, his head on her lap, combing her hand through his hair. I still don't like your hair like this. Naruto sighed as he lied there. I told you the reason, Mom. So what if you look like your brother, she said. I think it's cute. Well, I don't, said Naruto. So come on, tell me, he said. I know there's something that you're not telling me. She sighed once more. I won't disregard your intelligence by lying to you, because you will see through it immediately. Your father grew up in a different age of the Uchihas, she told him. Back then there was war, and it seems like it would last forever. There was no ending in sight. Your father was a son of the clan head back then. Your grandfather. We told you that he passed away, but we never told you what kind of man he was. I won't lie to you, he was a very ruthless man. And that regards to everything around him and everyone, including your father. Your father was the soon-to-be clan head, so he was trained to not dishonor the clan. Back then, Uchihas were much more harsher. They were put through extreme training, so what your father is putting you and Sasuke through right now, it is nothing compared to what he and his other clansmen were put through in the past. In order to bring pride and hope to the clan, they could not afford to show any weakness. Your father was never raised in a lovely background. But despite that, he never gave up. He never stopped trying to make everyone proud, to show that he was the rightful heir of the Uchiha clan. And that's one of the reasons I fell in love with him, she said, a happy smile on her face. I know you think that he's not trying, but trust me, Naruto-kun, she said. He's trying. He's trying the hardest that he can. But unlike myself, he was not raised to show such emotions. He was raised to lead this clan in a new era, to show the mighty power of the Uchihas, to be upheld as one of the strongest clans. But he's trying, she said. I know it's hard, but that doesn't change anything. He loves all three of you, and he will do anything for any of you, she said, a smile on her face as Naruto glanced up toward his mother, as she combed the bang out of his face, showing both of his eyes. Why haven't you told me this before, said Naruto. Well, I figured I would tell you when you asked. I knew that you would ask sooner or later, she said. She leaned and kissed him on the forehead. You're a smart boy, Naruto-kun. And I know it's hard, but your father loves you, she said. And don't forget, I love you as well, she said, as that brought a smile on his face. I love you too, Mom, he said as he pulled himself up, as he hopped to his feet. Where's Sasuke, she said. As a matter of fact, said Naruto, I'm going to speak to him right now. About what we just talked about, she said. Not in exact words. However, I'm sure that Sasuke is feeling the same way. But don't worry, Mom, said Naruto. I'll make sure everything goes alright. I know you will, she said, a smile on her face, as Naruto bade her farewell. She watched him leave as her smile slowly faded away. She was worried. She wasn't a part of the meetings, or was she in the planning of anything, but she knew that something was wrong. The village and the Uchihas are going down a bad state. A state that they possibly cannot recover from if it's gone too bad. And that is what is making her worry. She worried for her boys, Itachi, Sasuke, and Naruto. She worried for them all. As she gripped her fists, there was also that girl out there, in the village, undefended by anyone. Because of stupid laws. Because of those damn people, she could not do a damn thing about it. Her best friend daughter was out there and she could not do anything to help her. Or even get close to her. Because of a few damn laws in her way. She just prayed that all of them will be alright. Time skip. As Naruto was looking for Sasuke when he came up on a training field. Naruto hid behind one of the trees as he saw his big brother Itachi. Itachi was in mid-air as he had jumped. His eyes closed as he released all the weapons. Naruto watched as they sailed through the air as they hit all the targets. Awesome, said Naruto. Itachi was his idol. Itachi was his role model, someone that he wanted to live up to. Itachi seemed to be perfect at everything that he does. As that is what Naruto saw in his eyes. I know you're there, Naruto, he said. As Naruto looked surprised, before he poked his head out as he rushed over towards his big brother, glancing up with a smile. How could you tell, he asked. Did you sense me, Naruto said. Well, you did say wow, said Itachi. Oh, I said that out loud, said Naruto, a cheeky smile on his face. When did you come back, Naruto asked. I returned recently from a mission with Shisui. Just recently, said Naruto. Itachi nodded, as he saw a look on Naruto's face. What's the matter? Well, you're probably tired, said Naruto. I was gonna ask your help to help me some Sharingan practice. Itachi motioned for him to come closer, as Naruto did. Itachi reached up and poked him on the forehead. Ow, said Naruto as he rubbed his forehead. Maybe next time, Itachi said, giving Naruto a smile. Where's Sasuke, he asked. Around here somewhere. He's trying to one-up me with the fireball jutsu. That was today, Itachi asked. Yes. And now we can both wear the symbols. Well, I'm not really surprised, Itachi said. After all, I knew that you two would do it. You did, said Naruto. Yes, I have full faith that the both of you will surpass all expectation this clan has to offer, and even go beyond it. Really? Said Naruto, as Itachi smiled at him. You and Sasuke are two special people that I believe will change everything. Not just this clan though, he said. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing, said Itachi. But remember this, he said. Our eyes are not the only thing that makes us strong, he said, as he reached up and poked Naruto right in the chest, right where his heart was. He smiled before he flashed away. Naruto was confused by that statement. Our eyes aren't the only thing that make us strong. As Naruto reached up and touched his chest, making his way, he soon found Sasuke, who seemed to be frustrated and angry, as Naruto leaned against a tree. What's wrong, he said. Sasuke jumped as he turned around. When did you... What's wrong, Naruto asked, cutting him off. I can't do it, Sasuke said. How did you only use 6 hand signs? Whenever I do it, it always mishap. It's not working. Well, it did take me some time, so I'm not surprised you can't get it down in a couple of minutes, said Naruto. How about I help? Sasuke looked up with a challenging look. You know if you do help me, right? And when I surpass you, I'm not gonna thank you for helping me. I'm just gonna be defeating you. I've told you this on several occasions, said Naruto. Your dreams of surpassing me will never be reality. They will only be that, dreams. We'll just see about that, said Sasuke. Help me at your own demise then. Fine, I'll help you to show you that it doesn't matter what I do or you do. I'll still be the strongest, the oldest, and the most powerful. You're just older than me by a few seconds, so don't go and brag about that, Sasuke said. And who the hell said that you're stronger than me? And you're not that powerful, so don't go placing those claims on your names. Because I will be the one, Sasuke Uchiha, that will show you up. Well then, little brother, said Naruto, as Sasuke gave him a glare. I look forward to your challenge. The academy is starting soon, Sasuke said. And when we get there, I will be the #1 student of the class, while you will be behind me for every single year. Naruto extended his hand. Let's shake on it then, he said. Sasuke grabbed Naruto's hand with a great amount of force, as Naruto smirked as the both of them shook hands. Just like that, a few months passed. The boys had entered the academy and they quickly kicked it off. They were the top 2 students in the class already, in just a matter of few weeks. As Naruto had met many people, there was most of the girls. Fangirls from almost everywhere was all over the both of them. Every single day in and out, and sometimes it was getting really annoying. Both of them had become 7 years old. as the both of them had not lessened on their studies or their ninja training. Something tremendously bad had happened though. Shisui Uchiha had committed suicide. A suicide note was found. Naruto and Sasuke couldn't understand that. It made no sense. Why would Shisui kill himself? As far as they could remember, Shisui was a happy person, so it made no sense. However, at the moment it was currently nighttime, extremely late in the night, as Naruto and Sasuke were on the furthest training ground, away from the Uchiha compound. Sasuke moved in as he punched Naruto in the face. As Naruto staggered back, the both of them seemed to be training. Sasuke followed up with a right hook. However, Naruto caught his wrist and pulled his arm down as he brought his knee up. Sasuke used his left arm to block Naruto's knee. However, the force jazzed him a bit, as Naruto was still holding onto his arm, so he yanked him backwards, causing Sasuke to stumble over his own feet, as Naruto then kicked him away. Sasuke then righted himself as he rushed forward until Naruto raised a hand, stopping him. As Naruto glanced up toward the heavens, the moonlight basking down on him. "What are we doing here?" he said. Sasuke looked towards him confused. "What do you mean, what are we doing?" "We're sparring to get better," he said. "Yes, I know that. That's not exactly what I mean," said Naruto. "Why are we here now? We could have done this at any time in the day." As Sasuke looked at him confused, "Because we both agreed to this." "I agree to this? I would rather be at home, sleeping right now." As Naruto grabbed his forehead as he started to wince in pain. "What's wrong?" Sasuke said, rushing over toward his brother. As Naruto held out his hand. Itachi. He spoke to us some time ago." "What did he say?" "Itachi? He didn't speak to us. What are you talking about?" Sasuke said. "We did not see Itachi the entire day." "No, you're wrong," said Naruto. "It was a few hours ago. He spoke to us, but why can't I remember what he said?" "He looked at us. His eyes. His Sharingan." "Huh? What are you talking about?" "I remember. His eyes." "We need to get back to the compound now," said Naruto. "Something is wrong." "What's wrong?" Sasuke asked. "I don't know. Let's just go." With that, the both of them took off. It took them a few minutes to get back to the compound. Upon arriving towards the compound, the place was immensely silent. Something was definitely wrong. Yes, something was wrong. Slowly walking as their footsteps sounded like it was echoing through the empty compound. Yes, it was late in the night, but something was wrong. It was too silent. Sasuke looked over towards Naruto worriedly. When his eyes widened as he saw something. Rushing over toward it, Sasuke saw a man on the ground. A kunai was embedded in his throat. Sasuke backed away in fear, his eyes widened, as he almost tripped over himself, but Naruto caught him. "What's going on?" "That man, he's a member of the Uchiha police force." Naruto's eyes started to survey the area as his eyes took notice of bloodstains. Naruto's eyes widened as he took off. "Wait," Sasuke said, as he chased after him. As they arrived towards the head house, Naruto almost ripped the door off as he threw it open and rushed inside, his feet pattering through the halls. Naruto opened Itachi's door and looked inside. There was no one. He rushed to his parents' room. There was no one inside. Naruto rushed as he searched everywhere until he arrived towards the dojo. Naruto burst right through the paper door as he collapsed on the ground. Sasuke arrived a moment later as his eyes widened in shock. As he saw Naruto standing there, unmoving, a look of shock on his face. Sasuke stepped through the torn paper door, his feet landing on the mat. Walking over Sasuke, hands were shaking. His legs felt like they were about to give out, as his parents' bodies were lying there, one on top of the other. Tears immediately gathered in his eyes. That is when he heard something as he looked up. "Itachi," he said, tears in his eyes. "Who did—" Sasuke paused as he saw Itachi was holding his blade, blood on his hand. As Naruto glanced up, his eyes met with Itachi's that was showing the Mangekyo Sharingan. As Naruto noticed the blade, but Sasuke stepped forward. "What is going on?" "Who did this?" he said. "I did." You what?" Sasuke said, tears in his eyes. You did this? No, you're lying, he said. You're wrong. I killed them all, Itachi said. Why? Why would you do something like that? To test the limits of my eyes. What? Sasuke shouted, however. Naruto was barely overhearing what they were saying. He was speechless, unable to form proper words like Sasuke. As Naruto was not crying, his mind was just reeling, so stunned. It was not sure how to react as he looked at the body of his mother and father. As Naruto just stood there as he saw, his mother's eyes closed like she was sleeping. Something inside of him stirred when he heard Itachi say, "Witness." As Naruto's mind was assaulted, Sasuke screamed as he gripped his head, crying out in pain, as Itachi showed him the images of him slaughtering the clan and their parents over and over. The same thing happened for Naruto as he dropped to his knees, gripping his head. However, that was the catalyst that was needed, as Itachi ended his jutsu on them. As Naruto was barely able to stagger to his knees, Sasuke was lying down face first as he slowly twitched. One day, when the both of you have awakened these eyes, then come for me. Seek me out, because now, the both of you are too weak. Cling to your wretched life that I spare this night, and try to get as strong as possible. Otherwise, you will never have your revenge. Sasuke ended up passing out. Sasuke was already tired from sparring with Naruto. This mental trigger. It was too much for him as he passed out. As Itachi simply walked out, he jumped to the roof when he heard, "Wait!" Stopping Itachi turned. "Who are you?" said Naruto. Itachi looked down towards him. "Who am I?" he said. "Answer my damn question," said Naruto. "You're not Itachi. You're not the loving big brother I know. So tell me, who are you and why did you do this? Why did you kill everyone? My parents, even my brother, because you're not him." "I thought I already explained myself." "Well, I'm not buying your bullshit," said Naruto. "You took everything away from me, so at least you can do is tell me who you are." "The brother that you once knew was just an illusion. You are correct in that as your assumption, if that is what you mean. The one that you know, the one that you smile with, the one that you laugh with, he was just a figment of your imagination that I led you to believe was the real me. But as you can see, it was all a ploy. So it was all a trick. Everything. The love that you share for me and Sasuke. For mom, for dad, for clansmen. You murdered them," said Naruto. "Just to test your power? You're lying. You can't be telling the truth." "Reality is what you make it," Itachi said. "And this is the only correct reality." Naruto clenched his fists, his hair shadowing his eyes. "I refuse to believe what you're saying," said Naruto as his hair was shadowing his eyes. "But know this. I'll spend the rest of my life hunting you down to make you pay for what you did. I won't stop until you're suffering like how me and Sasuke are suffering right now. You monster," said Naruto as he looked up. Once he did, Itachi was surprised, as Naruto's eyes were showing the Sharingan. However, Itachi has never seen something like this before. Usually the outline of the eyes were red, and there was a circle inside, right over the pupil, and then there was a Megatama, where the three of them were supposed to be. The stages of the Sharingan was the 1 Megatama, then the 2, then the 3, then going on to something more evolutionary, the Mongityo. However, the redness of Naruto's eyes were completely blue. Itachi has never seen a blue like that before, especially regarding to the Sharingan. However, the Megatama, it had this electric blue color, completely different from the outer blue. It was more dark, like a dark, rainy night, as one would glance up towards the heavens. And the outer blue was like the ocean, a bright, all-encompassing, swallowing blue. As Naruto glanced up and their eyes met, Itachi didn't know what to make of it. However, it seemed to take a toll on Naruto when it was just activated, as Naruto fell face first unconscious. Tears slipped from Itachi's eyes as they flew straight down his cheeks, looking down towards his younger brother. As he glanced back towards the house, knowing that Sasuke was inside as well, Itachi reached his hand up and wiped his tears before he vanished. Sometime later, "Go, find any survivors," Hiruzen said. "Hokage-sama." Hiruzen turned as he saw Yujiro. "He's alive." As Hiruzen glanced down towards the young boy Naruto. "Bring him to the hospital now," he said. "Another one over here," another Anbu called out as he brought out the unconscious Sasuke. "Take him as well." "Who could have did this?" another Anbu asked. It was Itachi Uchiha. Danzo Shamira stepped on the scene with his cane as Hiruzen turned towards him with a glare. Time skip. Hiruzen stood in the hospital. The doctor had called his attention immediately. Something was wrong, he said. As Hiruzen arrived in the room, "Mishimoto," he said, turning towards the man. "Ah, Hokage-sama. The reason I call you is because it's Naruto Uchiha, sir." "What is wrong with him?" Hiruzen asked. "Well, both boys have gone through a lot, mentally. I believe that the one who caused this placed a mental strain on them. However, that can be resolved. But, sir, if you would." As he walked over towards Naruto's bed, the doctor reached and opened Naruto's eye. Hiruzen was confused. "What's that?" he said. "I've never seen something like that in my entire life. Throughout the history, I've never heard of someone with a blue Sharingan. It's different from any normal Sharingan." "But I don't understand," Hiruzen said. "Why is it still activated? Isn't he unconscious?" "Yes, that's a strange thing. It is slowly feeding off his chakra." Hiruzen became alarmed. A dojutsu was not supposed to feed off your chakra while you were unconscious. If that was the case, majority of people would be dead from chakra exhaustion if their dojutsu could not be deactivated, just like Kakashi Hatake with the Sharingan. That is why he had to keep it covered. I was the one that ran tests on Kakashi Hatake. His body was not strong enough to handle the Sharingan, so it used up majority of his chakra, and given the fact that he's not a Uchiha, he cannot reduce the effects by deactivating said eye. He get tired rather easily with it. Are you saying that the same for Naruto? But why wouldn't his body be able to handle it? He's a full Uchiha." Hiruzen said, "No, it's the opposite. His eyes are activated, yes, but the chakra that it takes to maintain it is so small that it's not even noticeable." Hiruzen looked towards him confused. "What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter if his eyes are activated for who knows long, because it will not affect him in any sense of the word." Hiruzen looked surprised by that. "How is that possible?" "That is something I'm not sure, Hokage-sama," he said. "I've never seen something like this before. However, there is a side effect of this. His eyes must be covered." "But I thought you said..." "No, that's not what I mean. I did a scan on him earlier. It turns out that his eyes, if exposed to the world for too long, without some kind of cover, will put a mental and physical strain on him. I am not sure if his eyes can ever be deactivated, but once they're covered, there will be no ill effect. But although I'm not sure of which state he will turn to right now, if he's going to be a ninja, using his eyes in battle would simply be to remove the covering from his eyes." "So you're saying that the chakra that it takes to keep his eyes activated are not being noticing in the slightest, and it will not affect him, correct?" As the doctor nodded. "However, his eyes cannot stay open to the world for too long, or it will affect him. But this does not mean that his chakra will be taken away in a large amount." "Correct," the doctor said. "And you don't have any idea why this is happening or why the color look like that?" The doctor shook his head no. "I am not sure what this means or anything, but if we can do future testing, I will advise it should happen to find out what exactly is the meaning behind all of this." Hiruzen simply nodded as he released a tired sigh. They had been through enough tonight. They didn't need to go through anything else. Time skip. 2 weeks later. 2 weeks as Naruto and Sasuke has not attended the academy ever since. 2 weeks as they had been taken out of the Uchiha compound by Hiruzen himself and been placed in a 2-bedroom apartment. Their needs were being met. Maids that came over and washed their clothes and cooked for them. That was until Naruto told the woman that cooked for them to get out. Hiruzen was surprised when he heard that, as Naruto said that he can feed him and his brother. All he needed was the supplies. The both of them were 7 years old. Hiruzen wanted to make sure that they were well taken care of. They were not the first person that he has done something like this for, but still, Naruto refused to let the maid cook for them anymore. However, Hiruzen did some more investigation and it turns out that Sasuke wasn't eating from the maids. Yes, he wasn't eating in the slightest from the maids. It led Hiruzen to believe that Naruto wanted to be the one to make sure that he eat. That is why he was cooking for them. Hiruzen can understand the stress that Sasuke was going through, as his mother used to be the one to cook for them. And seeing this woman now cooking for them, it must have put a stress on the boy that was a mental one that was preventing him from eating. So Hiruzen allowed this to happen. Through the past 2 weeks, he had only had 3 conversations with both boys, and the 3 conversations weren't pleasant in the slightest. Both boys were non-responsive most of the time, and Hiruzen did not feel like it was best for them to go back to the academy just yet, until they were ready. Pushing them would just end up in a result of bad happenings, so he just allowed them to relax for the time being. They have gone through so much, there's no need for them to suffer anymore. Speaking of that, at the boys' apartment, Naruto placed on a plate in front of Sasuke. "Eat," he said. His black hair was still covering, majority of his face only exposing his one eye to the world. However, said one eye was now covered by glasses. The Hokage explained to him that there were some problems with his eyes. Naruto did not listen much because frankly he did not really care much about anything really, except for one person, and that was his brother. As Naruto heard that he had to wear the glasses, he didn't even know for how long or why his eyes were like this, but still he did not care. Sasuke pushed the food aside. However, Naruto's hand came down and slammed the table with tremendous force. "Damn it, Sasuke," he yelled. "I said eat!" Sasuke looked up towards him, his eyes sharpening in a dangerous glare. Naruto reached over the table and gripped him by the shirt and pulled him across the table, as they were face to face. "Look, you're not the only one that is suffering. I'm suffering as well. But I'm not gonna let myself die because of hunger. You not eating is not gonna help anyone. If anything, it's just gonna cause more people pain. Do you have any idea what will happen if you die? Huh? Do you?" said Naruto. "I'll have no one left. And I mean no one. That monster out there that is claiming to be our brother. He killed them all. You're the only one I have left in this world, and if you die, I'll have nothing and no one left. And then, what would be the point of going on? What would be the point of existing in this world anymore? I'll have nothing left. No one," said Naruto as he lowered his head. "I know it's hard," he said. "I know it's painful. Waking up every morning knowing what happened. Knowing that we can't do a damn thing to bring them back. But please, for the sake of my sanity, just eat," said Naruto. "I can't lose you too." As Naruto released him, Sasuke pulled himself back as he sat down. He glanced up toward his brother as he reached up and wiped the tears away from his own eyes, as tears had started to leak from Sasuke's eyes. He said nothing though. He slowly reached as he grabbed the spoon off the table, as he slowly started to eat. Naruto released a breath as he walked over and sat down, grabbing his own plate as well. As he started to eat with Sasuke, nothing was said but an understanding was made. Sasuke understood that he was not the only one suffering. And he was right. Without one another, they doubt that the both of them could survive on their own. They've already had so much taken away from them. If they lost each other, they will have nothing left. Nothing at all. And after that, what would be the point of living? Time skip. Another week later. It has been 3 weeks now since the massacre of the Uchiha clan. It had been all over. News had spread through the elemental nation. A single Uchiha, Itachi Uchiha, had slaughtered his entire clan by himself. Most people were shocked to hear that. Other nations were shocked to believe how powerful one Uchiha could be to slaughter all of the others. Others were saddened by the innocents that were killed. Konoha was shocked, as one of their strongest clan had been wiped away. The recent attack of the nine-tailed fox, now with this, Konoha was losing a lot of strength, and they were losing a lot fast. There was only one clan left in Konoha that had the same amount of power of the Uchihas and the Senjus back then, and it was now the Hyuga clan. It was the most strongest clan at the moment, as they retained their position as number one with the Uchiha clan being killed. However, the two boys could not walk through the streets without hearing condolences from people. Sasuke was upset about it. It might look like he checked out and not really care what people think, but the pity. Sasuke could not stand their pity. He was mad as people were acting depressed. A lot of them that did not even know the Uchihas acting like. They were the ones that were hurt by this. However, he kept his anger in check and just remained quiet. Hiruzen believed that it would be suitable for them to take a month off from the academy. So with 3 weeks down, they would need another week to recuperate, to try to settle back into normal life. Around the clock, they have been constant watch. Usually, someone like Sasuke and Naruto could not know this because Anvus were the one watching them to make sure that they did not do anything that might harm themselves. Since the massacre, they have not been in the Uchiha clan compound. They had been at the two-bedroom house that Hiruzen had given them. At the moment, Sasuke was home. However, Naruto was standing on top of a roof, looking down towards the villagers. He spent almost every day of his moment with his brother to make sure that he was alright. But even someone like Naruto needs to get out and catch some fresh air, to see the world, to see the reason for moving on. He was still wearing the glasses. He did not know how long you'd have to wear these for. As Naruto made his way, walking on the roof until he heard shouting. Looking down, he saw that girl. He did not know why people hated her, but he noticed the looks. As she was a rather feisty one as well. She was in his class. She was loud, like extremely loud. She had bright blonde hair, 3 whisker marks on each of her cheeks, blue eyes. She seemed to love the color red, as she was wearing all red. As Naruto watched her, as he watched a villager was shouting at her, she had bumped into him, knocking the man things over. However, she did what she usually did. She shouted back at him, raising her tone. She was not one to take bullshit from anyone. Naruto did not know why people hated her for no reason. Granted, she was a troublemaker and she loved to pull pranks, but she was a kid like them. People treat him and Sasuke special. In the beginning, Naruto never knew that. He never realized how different he was treated from the other kids, especially those that did not belong to a clan. However, this girl's treatment was different. They did not even treat the orphan kids like this. She was treated like she was some kind of monster, as Naruto did not know why. He didn't know why he followed her, but he just did, as Naruto made his way, hopping from rooftop to rooftop. Once there was no more rooftop top on, Naruto put his hood over his head so no one could see his face as he landed in the alley, and went after her. He watched as she made her way towards the training ground. Following after her as Naruto took to the trees, she arrived towards a couple of training posts. He watched as she started to practice. She was downright awful. Every kunai that she threw, missed. However, on closer inspection, Naruto was able to see that the points of the kunai were dull, some of them broken. It looked like she found them. Past battle worn down kunais. The shurikens that she threw all missed as well. Naruto had never took notice of how much better he was than other students his age. After all, some of them in the academy did not even know what chakra was, as Naruto found that really surprising. As he just stood there watching her, he watched as she looked around. She was looking for something, when she hurled one of the kunais towards him. Naruto jumped out of the tree and landed, confused by how she was able to pick up on him. He was sure that she did not see him. The moment his feet touched the ground though, I see, she said, clenching her fists. Trying to spy on me and watch my moves, huh? With that, she rocked off. Naruto watched her, she leaped towards him. He stepped back as he avoided her fists. Stay still, she said, so I can pound the information you say today out of your head. As she tried to punch him, but there was no way that Naruto remained still. Damn it, stay still, she yelled as she threw her fists in all different directions trying to punch him. As Naruto jumped away, she picked up one of the kunais and launched it towards him. Naruto reached up as he caught the thing. As she used that time to get in front of him and pull her fist back, as Naruto stepped back but her fingers clipped his glasses and it was thrown off his face. She watches the glasses flip before it dropped to the ground. Who are you? She said. That is when Naruto looked at her, and he staggered back a bit. What is this? Naruto wondered to himself. Something was wrong. With the glasses on, he did not see anything, but now, with them off, Naruto saw something that was confusing. Since he was told to put on the glasses, he has only taken them off while he took showers. The Hokage told him to not take them off under any other circumstances until a test was done on him, approximately every 2 weeks, allowing his body to advance more, that is what they said. And Naruto followed the rules that they told him to do. However, now, out in the open, this was not like the apartment. Inside, when you removed the glasses, there was nothing wrong, but now, his mind felt like it was whirling. However, the biggest problem was her. There was a strange energy around her. However, Naruto saw strange markings, black lines that were twisted in different kanjis wrapped around the energy, keeping it suppressed to her stomach. As Naruto dropped to his knees, as he looked at the ground, Naruto saw strange markings and lines all over the ground, around the trees, green markings. Red markings were around her stomach, with the black lining. As he looked toward his hands, he saw blue markings. As Naruto gripped his skull and started to scream. The moment he did, Anvus flashed into the area. As the girl looked up, confusion in her face, one of the Anvus quickly raced towards his glasses and picked it up. Hold still, the voice was feminine, as she placed the glass on his face. As Naruto ended up passing out. Hey, what's going on? The girl said, as the Anvus turned towards her. Nothing to concern you, one of the Anvus said. As the other one picked him up, the female one, and flashed away with him and the others, were gone as well. What the hell was that? The blonde asked herself before she returned back to training, confused by that whole thing. Later that day, Naruto woke up in the hospital as he saw a head on the side of his bed. As he realized it was none other than Sasuke, reaching over, Naruto pat him on the head. Sasuke glanced up, as he breathed a sigh of relief. You're weak, he said. What the hell happened? He asked. As Naruto propped himself up and leaned against the back of the bed. I'm not sure, he said. What do you mean? They won't tell me what happened, and how are you not sure? Sasuke said. As Naruto reached up. Before he could say anything else though, the door opened up, as a Hokage entered as well, followed by a doctor. He was the one that ran the test on Naruto. As the man looked towards the both of them and smiled, and greeted them with a nod. What's wrong with him? Sasuke asked. Straight to business. Okay, the doctor said. Your brother's eyes are different, unique in a sense. I've never seen another Uchiha with Sharingan like these before. So they're really blue, Sasuke said. Naruto had told him that, but at the moment Sasuke did not see them, or was he that much interested? As the doctor nodded. However, it seemed to come with some drawbacks. His eyes have a harder time adapting. Hiruzen walked over towards Naruto. When the glasses were removed and you were outside, what did you feel? He said. What did you see? I'm not sure, said Naruto. It was mostly lines. Strange blue, red, green lines. Where? Hiruzen asked. I was told that you were with a student in your class. Yes. It was that girl with the blonde hair. The one with the whisker marks, said Naruto. Hiruzen narrowed his gaze at that. The red lines were coming from her stomach, with strange black markings on it like kanjis. Hiruzen's eyes narrowed at that, but he said nothing. The green lines came from the ground. I'm not sure what they were. However, it was so painful to look at them precisely. But I guess I end up passing out because I woke up here, said Naruto. I see Harrison said. Will he be okay, Sasuke asked. Naruto-kun, the doctor said. Would you mind removing your glasses? What? Said Naruto. I told you what happened the last time. Yes, I know, but I believe that you should be fine now. Really? Said Naruto. The doctor nodded. Alright, said Naruto as he reached up and removed the glasses. Upon doing so, Naruto was able to see as he started to squint. How do you feel? Harrison asked. I can see them, said Naruto. What? Harrison said. The lines. They're twisting and converging together. Naruto looked towards Sasuke. There was a strange shimmer over Sasuke that seemed to generate from his feet that went over him. As Naruto wasn't sure what it was so detailed, so precise. As Naruto rubbed his eyes, it's still a bit too much, he said, placing back the glasses on. Yes, I figured that much, the doctor said. However, it's not as bad as it was last time. That rendered you unconscious. Well, I'm still awake, said Naruto. What does it mean? I'm afraid I'll have to do some more testing before I give you a definitive answer. But we will find out what is going on, he said, giving Naruto a smile. Hokage-sama, if you may. As Harrison nodded, as he nodded to the two boys before he walked out of the room. Once outside. So, what is really going on? Harrison said. Well, I was lying about his eyes adopting. His eyes were able to adapt after just one usage of the outside world. Adapt? Yes, as you can see, the strange fluctuation that he once had no longer seemed to bother him with that much. So you're saying the more that he used it, the more that his eyes are able to witness or do whatever it does. Correct. However, these lines that he's speaking of, I'm not sure what those are. But I can tell you this, the amount of chakra that is necessary to keep his eyes activated has diminished greatly. What are you saying? I am saying that it's barely even a pebble of chakra that is used to keep his eyes activated for hours. But how is that possible? That is what I am not sure about. It's almost like his eyes are generating and creating a flow of chakra to such a small degree to make him be efficient to use his chakra for other things like techniques or fighting styles. If that is the case, if he does perform a technique, how much chakra would it require if his eyes take so little? Well, that will have to be tested, but from what we can already see, I doubt it will be that much. Whatever these Sharingan are, they're something quite unique. Something rare that has only been seen once in history, from far as I can see, and it's only within him. We'll have to do some more tests to find out what is going on, but I don't believe that this is anything bad. If anything, I believe that it's gonna help him in the upcoming future, the doctor said, with a smirk on his face, as he seemed to be excited, despite all that has happened. This is a development that has never been seen before, a rare occurrence in history, that he would like to know the turnout of. Meanwhile inside, are you alright, Naruto asked. He looked towards Sasuke. Stop asking me if I'm alright, Sasuke said. You're the one in the hospital bed. I should be worrying about you. You heard the doctor, said Naruto. I'm fine, and besides, it doesn't hurt as much. Yeah, but think about it. Have you ever seen our blue-eyed Uchiha in our clan before? Naruto shook his head. Then why you? And why now? And what does it even mean? Sasuke said. Are you gonna be alright? Is this some kind of sickness, some illness or something? As Naruto got out of bed. I don't think you should, but Naruto walked over towards him. Sasuke. Everything's gonna be fine, he said, slapping both of his hands on Sasuke's shoulder. I promise you that everything will be fine. Sasuke released a tired sigh. So much is happening, with more problems coming their way. He couldn't help but be worried. Fine, he said. But I hope you're right. Later that night, Naruto could not sleep. He didn't know what it was, but ever since the whole event today, he's felt strange. He didn't want to worry Sasuke, but it wasn't a bad feeling though. It was different. He felt so different. The world around him felt different. It felt like his mind was gathering and processing information faster than it should ever be going. Something was off, something was happening to him and he wasn't sure what it was. However, it made him feel great. He felt like he could feel the entire world around him, which made no sense. Like he could see, hear, smell. It was like a new experience opened up his eyes for the first time. Like he was a newborn being brought into a world of sounds and colors. He didn't know what it was. As Naruto sat on the windowsill, he slowly lifted up the glasses before taking them off. He squinted. However, as he blinked, he could see everything clearly. But not just that, the lines. They were no longer lines, they seemed like currents. Like water flowing down a stream. It was everywhere. They curved around the houses. They went around the plants. And they infused in them. The green ones went into the plants and went over them. As they curved over the houses, as Naruto looked down towards the glasses that he was holding onto, these glasses were not normal. As Naruto looked towards the lens of the glasses, if a normal person was to put this on, everything would seem dark and blurry to them. However, Naruto could see everything, but at the same time he could feel everything. He could feel where a person stood, as he could feel a strange energy curving around them. Naruto looked up before. He got to his feet as he climbed up on the windowsill, before he got to the roof and stood there. Upon getting there, Naruto looked out, his eyes scanning over the village, as Naruto's eyes narrowed down toward a singular house that was a far distance away. Upon seeing said house, Naruto saw the strange engine that he saw earlier. That red one, that was seemingly bind and converged by something that was holding it back. He could tell that it was much stronger, but something was holding it back though. Something very powerful. Those strange black flows. They were some kind of cage, trapping that engine inside, as Naruto wasn't sure what the engine was. He wasn't sure what any of this means, however, he felt so insightful. Things seemed so much clearer. As Naruto glanced down and he saw an Anbu hopping from a building far over in the distance. He's never been able to see this far before. Naruto placed back on his glasses. He could feel the Anbu, however he could not see them. The glasses were tinted for his special creation. He presumed the doctor was the one that did this after checking out the problem with his eyes. Normal glasses would not work because he could still see perfectly out of them. His glasses had to be extra tinted. However, it didn't seem like he would need it for much longer. Naruto felt something strange as he staggered on his feet. However, using his eyes for prolonged periods, he felt a little headache in the back of his head. As Naruto placed the glasses back on, unsure what this whole thing means. However, he would find out. He had to keep himself busy, helping Sasuke, taking care of Sasuke, making sure Sasuke was okay. It was the only thing that he had to do to keep what happened to everyone off his mind. His mother, his father. He had to keep that off his mind. It was too painful. It was too damaging on his mind. The nightmares. Naruto heard screaming as he quickly jumped down. Rushing back through the window, Naruto saw Sasuke twisting and turning, yelling out in his bed. Naruto walked over. As he placed a hand on Sasuke's hand, gently resting Sasuke's hand back down to his chest. As his breath started to even out. As he rolled over, tears came to Naruto's eyes. He looked toward his brother. They were put through so much. He was suffering on the inside as well, greatly. At some times he didn't feel like he even wanted to get up, however, he knew that he had to be strong because if he failed, Sasuke will fail as well. So he had to be strong for the both of them. He just had to. Time skip. At the academy. Alright everyone, settle down, Aruka said to all the students. Naruto and Sasuke were not there. I know that you all heard about what happened with the Uchihas. Rumors and talks have been spreading all over the village. And I just want to say that it's not a rumor. I'm telling you this because I don't want any of you to be insensitive by accident when they do arrive back at the academy. So it's true? One of the girls said. What happened to Naruto and Sasuke then? I heard that they were alright though. Yes, they're okay. But they haven't been here for some time now, and you've refused to talk about it, Sensei. The both of them had been through a lot. Their entire clan, their mother and father, as you all know, was... Haruka did not finish the sentence. But I want you all to refrain from speaking about that topic. They will be attending the academy very soon once again. So I want all of you to refrain from speaking on that topic. Do you understand me? As the kids nod their heads, Haruka wanted to make sure that the two boys didn't have to go through more than what they were already going through. And he didn't want the kids to say the wrong words and brought up certain things that would make the boys suffer even more, so it's best if they just don't talk about the subject at all. Yes, that would be for the best, Haruka thought to himself, as the Hokage told him that he'd leave the options up to the boys to tell when they were ready. They had both came to him and told him that they want to return back to the academy. If they felt like it was best, then, well, okay. Meanwhile, as Naruto stood in front of Sasuke, Sasuke was wearing a black t-shirt with the Uchiha crest on the back, dark blue pants and sandals, a bag on his back as Naruto looked towards him. "Are you sure you want to do this?" said Naruto. "We can still go for more time." Sasuke looked up towards him. "I know what you're doing," Sasuke said. "A distraction. You've been trying to keep me out of harm's way. But you said yourself, I'm not the only one suffering, so are you. And I'm not going to stand by and allow you to worry about my health and you not worrying about yours. If you want a distraction, fine. We'll go back to the academy, and we'll learn and get stronger there. However, a distraction cannot last forever. We will find him, and we'll make him pay for what he did." Naruto looked towards Sasuke, as he could tell that he was serious. "That's the least we have to do. To get revenge for everyone for what he did. That monster, that abomination that claims to be our brother. From that day he marked himself as a traitor. A person that we will have to find and kill because, if not us, no one else. It is our chance to be freed from all of this. Without his death, I'm afraid there will be no salvation." "That's exactly what I thought," Sasuke said. "I don't see a point of us moving on past this. He will have to die. And to kill him, we'll have to get a lot stronger than what we are right now. So while the academy is a distraction, it will also help us to get stronger as well." As Naruto released a breath, he was dressed in a blue shirt. The Uchiha crest was on his back. His hair was tied up in a ponytail going down into his back. The bang still covered his eyes, so one of his glasses, the right lens, was not being shown, only the left one. He was dressed in tan shorts and black sandals. "Alright," said Naruto. "We do this. Together." "Yeah, together," said Sasuke, as the both of them made their way. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next part and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm off for now, see you guys soon. Peace, guys.